G'day everyone, welcome back to the Foil Project. Today I just wanted to sit down and talk about a trip that me and the foil shop crew had last weekend. So it was our belated Christmas party. We unfortunately didn't get to go to a Christmas party in December, so we pushed it back all the way to March. We pushed it back to March, so it was last weekend. So we headed out to Rotto. We met at the boat around 8 a.m. in the morning. We're on the out of the jetty by 8:45 and heading on our way out to Rotto. It was a crazy strong easterly. So yeah, I don't know if you've been around Perth. We've been out to Rotto. That's basically straight off our coast, and it smashes like the most eastern side of Rottnest straight on. But there are lots of protected bays from this easterly. Imagine on the other side of the island, or often I'd probably normally go around to the northern side, but today we decided to go around to the southern side of the bay to a spot known as Salmon Bay, and it was completely protected, in nice and close, it was protected. And then out the back, there's a spot called Chickens. So that's a surf break that lots of surfers go out to. It's basically this like barreling left-hander, kind of has like a fatter section out the back, but then it rolls right in to like a shallow reef that then breaks kind of like as a barreling left. So we made our way out to Rottnest Island on the boat. The easterlies were super strong. It was pretty cool getting to check out like where all the weed was in the water. We noticed that the first section was awful. There was weed everywhere, and like as you would know from doing Perth downwinders, the weed is a terrible thing. It stuffs up everything. So we're hoping it get better. And then it actually, by the time we got out halfway, it was pretty clear. And then maybe just a bit over halfway, there was massive patches of weed. It looked like if you were out foiling, you'd just be completely stuffed. But then we got closer and closer to Rottnest, and all of a sudden it was completely clear again. So no weed for probably that last, 5Ks as we went towards Rottnest. So we finally came around to Salmon, parked up the boat, was pretty impressed with Galvo's driving skills. So Galvo's the owner of Stand Up Surf Shop, the foil shop in Fremantle. He parked us right nice and close. And then we started to get ready to go for our first session. So everyone went out on the wing for the first session. Monica, Sylvia, Lockie, and Zach, Liam, and I. So we all set up our wing kit and got out there. While we were getting out, Galvo had already set up his LT windsurfing kit. So he was riding that windsurfer out the back, which was pretty impressive. He even went close to the Chickens wave, played around with a bit, but apparently it wasn't perfect for surfing that wave out there that day. But anyway, after that, we all jumped in the water. I winged straight out the back to Chickens, and then the rest of the crew followed, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was like slightly offshore out at Chickens, which is a break that I had honestly completely wrote off for being good for foiling, but it turns out it's actually pretty epic. There's this like right-hand section that you'd never surf, but I managed to do the first time I've ever like tacked onto a wave, and instead of dropping the wing in my left hand, because I'm a natural footer, so when the wing's in the left hand, and that like your wind's coming towards you from the face, it's a really awkward position to ride. But if you have it in the right hand, which you can do if you tack onto the wave, it felt amazing. It was sort of the first time where I had that experience of wing foiling without the wing being completely cumbersome, which was really cool. Got some clips of the crew doing some crazy stuff. Lockie tried to do, I don't know what he was trying to do. It looked like it was backflip, but he ended up just launching and stacking. Sil and Zach's first wave, I watched them both send it like right into the impact zone, and I thought they were going to get cleaned up, but they didn't. So that was good. All right, so I came in from my wing foil a bit early. I borrowed my dad's board, so the foot straps were not completely set in the perfect spot. I found that because he'd sort of offset them to the side, it wasn't perfect for my style of foiling, which is much more, I prefer the surfing aspect as opposed to the sailing. So I came in early, but it was a great choice because I set up the foil drive and went out. And that's the clip that I'm going to probably roll for the rest of this video. So I got on the foil drive. I'd been using the 20 centimeter pod, which in reflection, I should have been on the 12 centimeter pod. Actually, Monica put up a video on Instagram, and Josh sent me a DM commenting. He's like, put a shorter pod on. He's definitely right. So the 20 centimeter pod's good, but shorter one would have made it so much better for when you're out on the waves. But anyway, I jumped straight off the back of the boat, buzzed up on foil, went all the way around the outback of the reef, came past Zach and Lockie as they were sitting in the water after coming in from their wing session, and then finally made it out to the waves, all without getting my hair wet yet, which was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I think I spent probably 10 minutes up on the foil drive without falling in once. Got like 6 waves. There were surfers in the water, but you're just out the back. You're getting your own wave. You have it completed to yourself. And oh man, it was pretty epic session. And it's really opened my eyes to the fact that if you're going out to Rotto, probably no matter the wind direction, you could have an amazing session. There's always a like fat wave like that somewhere that's got offshore winds, and you could be riding it in on the foil drive or riding it in. Potentially you could have prone forward it, but it would have been pretty tricky seeing as there was that like cap out the back. It was on pretty big white cap out the back. But yeah, it's amazing how you go on the throttle, and then as you let go and you like release the pod from the water, all of a sudden it all just goes quiet and it just feels like you're properly foiling again. And yeah, it was amazing. So dropping into some pretty big waves. I did a couple good carves. When I look back at the videos, it wasn't quite as impressive as I thought it was, which is often what happens when you're foiling. But yeah, wicked session. I'll just keep playing the clips for the rest of this video and hope that you see something cool and enjoy it. I was stoked to have 10 minutes without falling in, but eventually I did. And yeah, thanks to Liam for flying the drone over me the entire time. It was pretty cool to have that thing buzzing around. And sorry to all the surfers out there who sat there getting like 1 wave every 30 minutes while I came out and got 40 waves in about 10 minutes and then buzzed straight back without having to do a single paddle stroke. So wicked day. Love the shop Christmas trip, even if it's in March. Let's do it again next year. Cheers. After 3 long days of harsh conditions, the swell and wind finally aligned, creating a perfectly groomed playground outside the reef. Little did we know, we were about to have one of the best runs of our entire lives.